Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hiss. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition. Straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Gain of 21 yards. And the Jaguar
on first and 10, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On first and goal, Drake. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenyon Drake. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Drake will start the drive on the ground. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Fitzpatrick. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. yards. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you act.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
33-yard line.
There you go, get down. Here we go.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
To Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Good.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And inches at the 31-yard line.
Patterson on the draw play. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Wilson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'd really like to make the short. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cordero Patterson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And the Jaguars.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Number 11.
Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Titans 7. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Jerry Jeudy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Able to get away. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 36-yard line.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
34.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Complete to Jerry Jeudy.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And all the way down to the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye. And
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now left side on the swing pass. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
At 25 the mic. Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. At 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Come to my work.
Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They stay on the ground with Drake. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I smell fear.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown,
Kenyon Drake with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover.